G'day, I'm Pete. Lately, everyone seems to be hassling FECORE. So, in the interest of fairness, I thought I'd give them a shout out and watch one of their videos. So, before we start, my wife advised me that I should get a lawyer before watching a FECORE video. I tried to get the lawyers who represent someone called Kyle, but apparently they're busy redefining the expression in perpetuity to have a legal meaning of about 18 months. So instead, I got this guy.
Hello everybody. I have a degree in math and I have a Juris Doctorate, and I have been practicing law for almost 30 years.
Thanks for helping out, Glenn. Is the best I could find at short notice.
And look at that. My airplane is upside down.
The biggest scientific delusion of all is that science already knows all the answers. Rupert Sheldrake.
Since the late 1800s, science has been shifting from discovery to dogma. When science is dogmatic...
Glenn says that you shouldn't use personal use clip art for commercial use. That's a bit rough, Glenn.
In 1895, mainstream science taught that flight by heavier-than-air machines was impossible.
Thankfully, two mechanics, Orville and Wilbur Wright, didn't believe the dogma.
They didn't turn to the mainstream science establishment for funding and were successful at being the first to make fixed-wing flight possible.
In recent years...
Glenn was wondering if they had a subscription to Andertoons. Who's the owner of that cartoon?
In recent years, we see the mainstream propping up theory.
This image is owned by Shutterstock. Glenn was wondering if FECORE had a subscription to Shutterstock.
In recent years, we see the mainstream propping up theories with mental constructs devoid of any evidence.
Glenn says this is another one of those personal use clip arts.
In recent years, we see the mainstream propping up theories with mental constructs devoid of any evidence or data. Tens of thousands.
Glenn was wondering if all these people signed release forms to allow their images to be used. You're being a bit tough, aren't you, Glenn?
Don't mock. I'm not a fool.
Since the late 1800s, science has been shifting from discovery to dogma.
Dogma is a belief. Science is discovery based upon...
Glenn says this picture comes from a textbook by Benjamin Cummins, which is a division of the world's largest textbook publisher, Pearson's.
Dogma is a belief. Science is discovery based upon reason and repeatable observations.
When science is dogmatic, its goal is to defend a theory.
Wow, Glenn, I'm never going to get through this video. So, apparently, Big Bang Theory is copyrighted to Warner Brothers.
It's time for the scientific research field to be unencumbered.
Today we announce the formation of Field Engineers Corps.
Glenn says this is a character called the Engineer from a game called Team Fortress 2, which is owned by Valve Corporation.
It's time to challenge the status quo and remove the veil of pseudoscience.
Hey Glenn, listen mate, at this rate I'm never going to finish the video. I think I'm just going to have to finish up now. How much per hour? Mother